Hey, happy Thursday, happy Thursday. And what day is it? August the 6th. That's right. And it is 7:45 a.m. And today was my lucky day. There's parking places galore. Now, if I come at the same time tomorrow, there won't be any. So I don't get it. I don't get it. I found these glasses yesterday. I forgot I had them. Anyway, I don't need them right now. So I'm going to briefly mention him and then I'm going to move on to something else. I saw that now he's changed his mind about the woman. He doesn't need a woman. He doesn't want a woman. And he goes into these details about things he did in the 70s and that he would never use certain words. And if he did, I thought he was always godly. But he did things that I would never dream of doing. And I'm not trying to say that I'm holier than thou. Because trust me, I'm not. But I just never did those things. I had no desire to smoke or anything like that. I think because my mom and everybody around me did, I just didn't want nothing to do with it. But like I say, I'm not holier than thou or anything like that. I'm just speaking truth. And I saw that I had a lot of comments from yesterday, and I saw where somebody's putting on there about being extradited or whatever to Nevada. I don't know that any of that's true. Take it for what it's worth. But don't always believe everything you read in comments, because you never know. It could be somebody just wanting to stir the pot. I don't know if they're wanting to stir the pot, but you never know. You never know. I think he's gaslighting the viewers, and that includes me, because I watch him. So we'll talk about him. Also, I think that we're 1 week away now from the trial of the century. And who knows? He might show up. And then again, if he shows up, I say he'll take Fred with him. If he shows up. That's right, Fred's his lawyer. All right, we're going to move on. We're going to move on to beauty. And we're going to talk about one of the comments I had about lip stains. And I put in there what I recommended for them to try if they wanted to try something. Now, I am not a fan of lip stains. The peel-off kind, that's the lip stains I'm talking about. If I had more of a defined upper lip, I might like them. But because my upper lip is not that defined, it tends to transfer very badly when you peel it off. I would have to really go in and line my lips really good and just really be precise, and I just rather not do that. I prefer a liquid lipstick that dries down matte, and when I can put either a balm over or a gloss. And of course, I know I've mentioned several times, if you use them continuously, they're going to stain your lips. There's just no way that it's not going to. And I feel like that over time, they have stained my lips. Now, I prefer, if I'm buying one at the drugstore, Maybelline Superstay Liquid Matte Ink lipsticks. That's the ones I prefer. And if I'm going to put a balm over it, I don't want to use chapstick or anything like that. I'm going to use maybe the NYX Butter Lips, or I like that Buxom lip gloss, the City Beauty lip gloss. The thing about it is, when you put the gloss on, make sure they have dried down. Now this morning I am wearing Maybelline in Lover, the 24-hour, liquid lipstick in Lover, and I applied Fenty Beauty's Gloss Bomb over. I can't tell you the shade. I don't know that it matters. I think most of those bombs go kind of sheer, but I don't know that I waited long enough. I think I should have waited a little longer. Okay, the new ones that I had told you about last week or week before last, the Aqua, these are the ones that I have found that come the closest to the Chanel duos. Now, I don't know what's going on there. I know that these are not available at a retail store at this time. They may come into play, but you can order them from Amazon or the TikTok store. And TikTok will sometimes have them on sale for $18. On Amazon, they're $22. But these are the closest I've found to the Chanel duos. One side's the liquid lipstick, the other side is the gloss. Again, make sure you wait until it dries down before you apply the gloss. Now, the ones from Chanel, I believe, are 52. I know they've come out with some new shades. And I think there's like 8 different, maybe 10 shades in this Laka. It's Laka. These are from Korea, allegedly. I just know what they say on TikTok. So, and Laka also has some at Sephora, but they don't have these. They have the glossy lip stains, I believe. Now, the glossy lip stains I prefer. And I have tried the one from L'Oreal, and it's all right. Elf has got one. Elf. There's several brands now got the glossy lip stains. And those are the ones I prefer. But I'm going to usually put on something as a base, whether it's a lip liner or something like that. Now today, I did not put on a lip liner. Some days I do, some days I don't. Now, lip liners, CoverGirl has a lip liner that is supposedly staining. I could not find it this morning. I thought it was in the drawer there in the dining room, but I might have thrown it away because I didn't care for it. And Laka also has a stain. That's a lip liner. And I may purchase one of those. I think it's like $14 maybe on Amazon. I don't know if it's on TikTok. And there's another Korean brand that I'm looking at. And I'm going to see if it's on the TikTok shop to see if it's less than the one on Amazon. Because like I say, TikTok sometimes runs sales. Now, I've never had any trouble with TikTok as far as receiving items or anything like that. Some things come from it. TikTok is a lot like Amazon. Some things come from TikTok warehouse. Some things come from the brand warehouse. It's just they're selling through the TikTok shop. And even eBay now has live sellers. I believe Macari and Poshmark have live sellers. I mean, it's no wonder that QVC and HSN are in bankruptcy. Because everything's live now. Now, another luxury brand, and I know this is very controversial right now with Charlotte Tilbury, mainly because she said she didn't like dupes. From a brand standpoint, from a brand owner, as she is, or whatever she is, I can understand her point. She was the one that introduced the Hollywood Flawless filter, and then everybody copied it. Now, I know the company, the lab that she gets that from, really owns that formula. And they probably tweaked it. And I guess she didn't get a patent. So people were able to dupe it. But she probably paid, I'm not saying she personally, her company probably paid to first formulate that. So I get her point. But I think she would have been better off just to say, yes, I know they're out there, and just be done with it. When they start copying her packaging or anybody's packaging plus the formulas, that's where I kind of draw the line. And that's what IMCO did. And, I think they're being sued. I don't know. Anyway, my point is that I really like Charlotte Tilbury's lipsticks. I like her shades. And her shades are all of them are forgiving, I think. If you get one that you think is too dark, it's easy to blur it, to make it work for you. It's not like something that, and I like these little skinny tubes. Now, I know she don't have that many like this. And this may be the only one she has now is this, pill of talc. But that's the ones I prefer over the matte ones. Plus, they fit in your bag easily. You don't have to worry about it taking up a lot of space. This is the bag that I carry right now. Most of the time, this is the one it's from Temu. Temu. That is copying the Lululemon bag. And, I think it's probably just as good as the Lululemon. I also have a pink one and a beige one. And I know that some people don't, they don't want to order from Temu, and that's fine. You don't have to. I'm just telling you that's where I got it. Now, a couple of things I want to mention here. The MAC Bullet lipsticks are another favorite. This is a shade that I got not too long ago. That is kind of my lips, but better. I can't tell you what the color is because I can't see. I used to have a magnifying glass here. I do. It's right here. Pink peppermint. It doesn't taste like peppermint or nothing, but that's the color. And like I don't think you can see it I can't see it very good because my shade went dark. My screen went kind of dark. But anyway, it's kind of a pinkish purple, I guess. And that's kind of what I like on my lips when I want to look my lips but better. Also, this is another lip balm that I use a lot, especially when I'm outside. This is Jack Black, which is men's, but women can use it. This has SPF 25. Now, it is chemical sunscreen, just so you know. So you're going to be, I guess, eating it. Or consuming some of it. I should say that sounds better. Consuming some of it. So if that bothers you, then don't use it. But it don't bother me. I don't use it every day. But this is pineapple mint. Now they have several different ones. But I do like this to use when I'm outside in the sun. Because it's hard to find a good lip balm with sunscreen. But as I said, remember, it's chemical if that bothers you. But then again, zinc is a chemical. Water is a chemical. Some chemicals are good, some are bad. And I'd rather use the chemical occasionally versus I don't want cancer on my, or the C word, on my lips, if I can help it. But I wouldn't use it every day. But that's me. That's just me. And I'm not a doctor, lawyer, or anything. And as I've always said, the best thing for you to do when I say something is ask your medical professional their opinion. It's a conversation that you should have with them when it comes to medical. Now, what was I going to say? Oh, Perez Hilton. I understand that they're saying that could have been a sepsis episode. I do not know that. As I said before, I am not a doctor. And, you know, I'm kind of questioning, why is sepsis suddenly becoming a big thing? I don't know. It's just something I question. Also, I like to go on the site about recalls. And I went to the FDA one. I was amazed at how many medications had been recalled in the past 30 days. Now, most of this stuff was hospital type medications that you would get there. And I was just amazed. And I'm like, do the hospitals keep up with this? And maybe, Ray, if you're watching this, you can answer that question, because it's just, I don't know. Like I say, sometimes I wish I didn't read stuff. Because, you know, Dave's dad, he did go home. Just so you know, he did go home yesterday afternoon. And they've decided that the spot they saw is not anything to worry about. You know, they told him that they could still go in and do a biopsy, because I thought they were going to do it. But evidently they decided to talk to him about it because, you know, like I say, he's in his 90s. And they felt it was just something, you know, that it seemed to be going away with the antibiotics, whatever that means. So, anyway, he's at home now. And what else was I going to say? I don't know. It wasn't important. I'm going to work, y'all. Y'all have a great day. And thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate all of you. And if you're here now, leave me a tube of lipstick in the comments. And that way I'll know you watched till the end. Just one more thing on the Louis Vuitton lipstick. I'm still on the fence. Just so you know, I was not dry begging. You know, I almost took that part out. Then I thought, no, that is part of my personality. If I was sitting across from you, having coffee, lunch, whatever, I would be talking to you about the lipstick. So that's why I left it up. I have gift cards from Christmas left over that I could go and purchase the lipstick right now if it was available. It's not available till the 28th, I believe, of August. And by then, I'll probably be over it. So, but I appreciate all your suggestions and commenting on it, because y'all know that that's a big purchase. I think it's probably a big purchase for most people. And there is a part of me that says, why in the world? Because I do believe the Lancome lipstick I have in darker orchid or something like that is going to be pretty close. And do I think that the formula of the Louis Vuitton over the Lancome is going to be $120 more worth it? I seriously doubt it. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Not going to say I won't ever buy one, but I'm kind of talking myself out of it. And I know my friend that comments below lots of times, she's more of an expert on this than I am. She said that somebody in her family had the balm and really liked it. Maybe the balm would be the better way to go. I don't know. But anyway, that's just my opinion. I'm still on the fence. I have the money, gift cards, whatever. But we'll see. We'll see. So I'll talk to y'all later. Love you. Bye. Leave me to be lipstick. See ya.